The Nintendo GameCube controller still remains one of the most popular controllers out there, especially with those in the Smash Brothers community. They absolutely love that controller. Now, some people have gone ahead and they've tried to make, new versions of that, make new versions of the Waybird, but the team over at Nyxi Gaming have their new Nixie Wizard, and what's cool about this is it's designed to not only give you that GameCube-style controller in handheld mode, but also dock to your Nintendo Switch as Joy-Cons. Let's take a closer look at how these come in the box. Let's see how they play. I have to admit, I've been looking forward to testing this out for some time. So very clean artwork on the front of it. You basically see the controller and how it looks like a modern Waybird, and that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Designed for the NS, Nintendo Switch, the Lite, so obviously it won't mount to the Lite, but you can use it in wireless mode, and the Switch OLED as well. Basically has all of your accreditations and whatnot there. Just the Nixie logo. Taking a look at the back. Let's take a closer look. So first thing, and I will admit, I was not aware of this. These are Hall effect joysticks, so that means you should not have any issues ever with drifting. That's a really good thing to see. Interchangeable joystick rings, alternative joystick rings for different games. That's cool. Does have a very nice looking D-pad here too. Instant triggers, lighter, less resistance, and have shorter trigger distances, so you should be able to have more responsive trigger. ABXY buttons featuring the a white light effect. Oh, those are backlit. That's cool. Comfortable feel, ergonomic, non-slip design for an enhanced gaming experience. And then it does have two mappable buttons on the back here as well. So overall, very, very nice looking controller. I want to take a look. And that is just a slip cover here. Pack accessories. I will. I understand what they're trying to say there. So there's the controller, our instruction manual, and our pack accessories. So to charge it, we do have a USB A to C cable, which is nice to see. These are the, kind of the rings that go over the analog sticks. So there's that. But let's take a look at this controller, because I am really excited for this. Now, I've really liked Nixie's Joy-Con replacements in the past. So I'm looking forward to this. Now, one thing is, it looks like each one charges separately. So let me double check here on this cable. It is only a single USB-C cable. So in the past, I've seen one USB-A to two USB-C. So that's interesting to see. Yes, I made that joke twice in a row. To release it, there's a button up top. Oh, that's a tight fit. Interesting. So taking a look here, you can see that it actually does have the SL and SR buttons. So you could technically use this as a left stick, lack of a better term, as a left Joy-Con, and then the other one is a right Joy-Con. Now, the other thing of note that I'm seeing here is the fact that there's nothing in the center here to indicate that this would carry current or any voltage or anything like that. So this is clearly just a joiner. And popping off the other side. Here, same thing. It does have the SL and SR buttons. Can't see if there's anything in the rails that would indicate that it would charge either on a system or if you slid it down into a charging stand. We will test that out. Analog R and L buttons, those very clicky. Digital L and R buttons, those are definitely very clicky. Analog triggers as well for ZR and ZL, so I'm not sure how that will do. The A is actually lower in height, or appears to be lower in height than what the X and Y are. I'd like to have this raised myself. They feel plenty clicky though. The analog sticks are the exact same size, it feels. And then if you take a look here, it is an octagon gate to begin with, but if you would prefer a circular gate, that's what these other inserts will give you. So let's take a look at the manual now. So starting up here with some of the specs, it is a 500 milliamp lithium battery, 5 volt 1 amp charging, It'll charge in about 3 hours and will last you about 8. The range you're looking at about 10 meters or 30 feet. As far as the buttons down below here, you do have a turbo indicator, FL indicator, not sure what that is, minus button, left 3D ring, capture button, profile button, left stick, your D-pad, turbo button is on the bottom there, and then your USB Type-C. Going up here again, USB Type-C, turbo, right 3D ring, right stick, profile button. I'm not sure what that's for. AVXY, your home button, your plus, your FL indicator, and the turbo indicator. And then, looking on the back here too, you do have the FR and FL buttons. Good to see here, the joysticks can be installed on the Switch console through the console connected to the power adapter for charging. When the console is not plugged into the power adapter, the console will charge the joystick when the joystick voltage is lower than 3.7 volts. Good to note. Wake up button except L3, R3 turbo profile. So all other buttons can wake the joystick to enter the pairing state. Note, please do not touch the 3D joystick during the connection process. For the turbo speed adjustment, you can go ahead and press turbo plus any of these settable function buttons. Continuous mode, turbo button, turbo plus the button 1 time is a manual continuous, so just hold it down and it'll do it. 2 times is automatic, 3 times turns off the continuous. Long press turbo for 3 seconds to cancel the burst function on all buttons. And then you can adjust the speed of the turbo, turbo setting indicator. Back button mapping can be mapped through macros to any sort of button presses you would want. You can adjust the motor vibration connected left or right. Turbo plus the rocker button up or down will let you go ahead and make the rumble stronger or weaker. Connected side, state turbo plus the right stick double click to turn off the light effect. Turbo plus right stick long press to adjust the ABXY brightness. And then you can do a factory reset too. And it walks you through how to change from the octagon gate to the round gate, depending on what your preferences are. And then you can go through, there is a calibration process you can go through too. And then we are into the next languages. So let's hook this up to our Switch. I've adjusted my brightness of my lights here a little bit so you can see this a little bit easier, but we're going to just slide on. I recognize it there. Ooh! The lights just lit up there. That's very cool. Everything is paired and connected. That's pretty awesome. We're going to turn off the lights and we're going to do some testing. So I do have the studio lights off right now because I did want to show adjusting the lights on the ABXY button. So what you do is you hold down the turbo key, double press the right stick. Watch this. They come up and then off. Now, while I'm holding turbo down, I can press up or down to change the intensity of rumble. So it's all the way off, higher, higher still, higher still. That's the highest. So let's take a look on this side. That's off, low, medium, high. So we're going to put it on high. Now let's check out Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Now, one thing I will say, this feels wide. Rumble is really good, I'll say that much already. Just checking the precision, too, of the controller, the analog stick. Wow, that's really good. Yeah, I will say the analog sticks feel really good. Well, at least the right stick does. I've not done much with the left yet. Here we go. Using the joiner on here, we've gone ahead. You can see we've got the LED lights on the controller, maybe, kind of, sort of. There you can see it. We've adjusted the rumble and whatnot. The one thing I will say in handheld mode, and I'll give you a closer up shot here in a second, when this is on the Switch, there is a huge gap between, let me slide this off the rail here, between the back part here and the Switch, because the Switch is only about that thick. So you've got a whole lot of controller sticking out back behind that. I will also say it did wake my Switch from sleep. So analog sticks both are working great on here. This is such a beautiful game. Even on the GameCube, it was a beautiful game. You know, we're going to hop out of here because I've already gone down there and other stuff. So I will say the triggers are definitely digital, not analog. Rumble felt good there too as Mario went into the land. So I would say for, you know, a GameCube-style game such as this, the controls are working fairly well. One of the games I always use to test out a new controller is the Super Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Edition. We use Ryu because that's just who I use. And let's see, we are going to England, probably Cammy, yep. So we're going to start first with the analog stick just because that's how I prefer to play. Ooh, she got me. I'm able to pull off all the moves, just not hit her. Wow, she kicked my ass. I played terribly. All right, let's try that again, Cammy. And actually, we're gonna try the D-pad there. The D-pad feels a little bit stiff. Not something that I would want to play with, at least on a fighting game like this. All right, come on. Let's see if we can get her. All right, we're going to round 3. Yeah, the D-pad just is really, really stiff on this. Not something that I'm thrilled with. But let's try here and see if we can get her in round 3. All right, here we go. Oof. Got her. Yes. Okay. Worked well. Cammy is always a challenge for me, kind of like Guile is. And I think part of that is because she can bounce through my fireballs. So, all right, worked well for that. Let's try an NES game just to kind of put the D-pad through its test, really. Oh, that's right. You have to hit the select button to get into the start menu here. And this is just going to be the A and the B button, and I'm going to just use the D-pad on this. Button presses again here are pretty good. I love the fact that this game is on the NES online service. Yeah, through that, it works well. And I can get to the suspend menu. Let's go to a game selection here. Let's just try Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, it is a stiff D-pad, I will say that, but it's responsive, which is good. It also, and I don't even know necessarily if it's stiff, but it just doesn't feel like it's got a ton of travel to it. If that makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah, played just fine through level 1-1 of Super Mario Brothers. I mean, I didn't think that would be a huge challenge, but let's go to game selection. Let's go home. Let's try it with a Game Boy Advance game. Let's dive into some Metroid Fusion. Analog stick works just fine, but we're going to use the D-pad. Yeah, I would say overall, again, it's working well with Metroid Fusion. The D-pad is, again, it's not great, but I mean, it's usable. We'll go back here to the game selection. Try some Super Mario Kart real quick. Yeah, I mean, again, it's another one of those things where the buttons just work. I'm using the analog stick for this, and it's feeling great on here. Able to power slide without too much trouble here. Ooh, almost got DK on that one. Oof. Not driving well. Even got Miss Luigi on that one. All right, let's see what we can do here. On the inside, while DK and Luigi are messing with each other. So what do I think my initial thoughts here of the Nixie Wizard? Very comfortable. I like the fact that it just works. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about it. If you do prefer the GameCube-style button layout, this is definitely something to consider. Pairing went super easy. The rumble adjustment is great. It's comfortable. It is a little bit wider than an original GameCube controller, so that is something of note. Let's try one last game here, though, before we wrap things up. All right, so let's dive into some 007 GoldenEye just because I can. Well, got him that way. I hate these controls on this. The controls on the Xbox are so much better. All right, there we go. Got him. Oh, he doesn't see me yet. I'm going to try to keep it that way. Got him. Got him too. A hot dog. Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. Got all them guys. You are dead. Just die. Gotcha. Yeah, and this is less a criticism of the controller, more a criticism of how Rare, Nintendo, and Microsoft decided to go ahead and work the controls on this game. All right, let's see if we can get those guys from down here. Ooh, I think I got him. Definitely got him. Ooh, headshot there. We're going to take you out by the head. Headshot there. See if we can't get another one. Ooh. You knew that I was going for the headshot there. See if we can get one more. And more the throat. So what do I overall think of the Nixie Wizard? First and foremost, if you like the GameCube-style controller, you're going to love this. It's comfortable, it's accurate. I like the fact, too, that they include the two different gates so that if you want to have a circular versus an octagon gate, you do have that option built into this. The rumble is fantastic. The fact that it's customizable is great as well. You can adjust the LED lights if you want to. Having them off will save you battery life, so just keep that in mind. It does have the dual USB-C ports on here for charging. I was actually able to charge this using my Nyxi charging dock, which was really, really nice. Now, if you like this style controller, again, this is something you'll definitely want to check out. And super thanks to Nixie for sending us one of these to go ahead and check out. It is really a great controller. Now, it's one of those as well, though, where the button placements may take you a little bit to get used to if you're coming from more of a Pro style, an Xbox or a PlayStation type controller. But if what you're looking for is something specifically that has a GameCube style button layout, this would be fantastic for you. Now, if you do want to order one of these, I will have a link down below in a pinned comment where you can go ahead and pick one of these up. Also, if you want to see some of the other reviews we've done of other Nixie products, I will have those linked in a thumbnail right here where you can go ahead and check them out, where we've done cases and controllers and more, all from Nixie Gaming.